Our top story tonight, Alabama officials have received complaints that critical race theory is being taught in school during Black History Month.
WAKE 31's Xavier Wary has more now on what critical race theory is, the concerns these complaints are causing, and what's actually being taught in schools.
We do not teach critical race theory in our K-12 schools. We know that. It's not in our curriculum. It's not in our textbooks. It's not in our standards.
A very adamant State Superintendent Eric Mackey says they found no evidence of CRT being taught in schools, despite a handful of complaints he's received. But it begs the question, what is critical race theory?
CRT is a lens through which institutions are viewed, and thus the term institutional or systemic racism.
Just very fundamentally, critical race theory is the attempt to understand the intersection of race and inequality in the United States.
Teaching the history of the United States and how racism has played a part in shaping out who we are and what America is today.
Alabama president of the NAACP, Bernard Simelton, voices his concerns about the complaints Alabama officials are getting as Black history is being taught.
It's impacting the teachers, afraid that they're going to get terminated or fired because they're teaching Black History Month.
So I asked Mackey, what exactly are grades K through 12 learning during Black History Month?
We talk about great contributions that Black Americans have made throughout history. Particularly, we focus on those who've had an impact directly in Alabama.
I then asked Kenneth Anderson if the line between Black history and CRT is being blurred.
I think that it's very, very important for us to confront the realities of what we're dealing with, make that distinction between the two things, educate ourselves about what something is and what it's not, before we simply respond to something based on emotion.
Mackey then professed why the study of Black history as it is currently presented in the curriculum is important.
We believe we have to teach the whole history, the good. There are a lot of good and glorious and wonderful things that have happened in this state over the last 202 years. But there are also some things that have happened in the state over the last 202 years that are not. And we have to talk about both the good and the stains on our history.
Xavier Wary, WAKE 31 News.